Did you know that the Philippines is among the world's 17 megadiverse in the country? We have over 52,000 species of plants and animals, and more than half of them can't be found anywhere else on Earth. For example, the Philippine eagle, our national bird, is so rare that the fewer are 600 left in the wild. If our forests keep shrinking and pollution continues, species like eagle could disappear forever. So the question is, how can we protect these treasures before it's too late?
Protecting our soil, water, waste systems, and energy isn't just the government's job. It's ours too. The water we drink, the food we eat, the air we breathe, all depends on these resources. If we ignore them, we face unsafe water, polluted surroundings, and high costs. Even small action, throwing trash properly, conserving water, turning off lights, can protect our future.
People who throw trash on the streets and into the water cause it to end up in rivers. Using dirty water to grow crops makes the soil worse and the water dirty. It shows how problems like not properly managing waste can quickly lead to issues with soil, water, and even energy use, all of which can be bad for the environment.
The people who rely on these resources on a daily basis are also impacted by these issues, in addition to the environment. Fish and other aquatic life are harmed by polluted water. Crop production is reduced by damaged soil, and cleaning and treating contaminated water requires more energy. Because of their connections, these problems demonstrate why protecting one resource also protects the others.
Over the next few minutes, we're taking a quick but eye-opening journey through 4 natural resources we can't live without. We'll begin with the soil that supports our food and ecosystems, flow into the water that sustains us, confront the growing challenge of our trash, and finally, light things up by exploring how we can power our lives responsibly. By the end, you'll see how they're all connected and how each of us can start making a difference today.
Soil is a thin layer of natural materials that covers Earth's land surface. It's made up of materials organic matter, water, and air. Why is it important? Because it supports plants' growth, which give us food and oxygen. Soil regulates water by absorbing and filtering it, helps prevent floods, provides at home of many organisms that recycles nutrients. It even helps balance our climate by storing carbon. Without soil, life on land would probably not survive. There are different types of soil. We have the sandy soil. It's gritty and drains quickly. A clay soil is sticky and holds water well. A silty soil is smooth and fertile. A loamy soil is a balanced mix of sand, silk, and clay, and is considered the best for farming. Peaty soil is dark and rich in organic matter and holds a lot of water. A chalky soil is alkaline and rocky, which can limit the growth of some plants.
We must protect soil because it is the foundation of our food supply, supports plant and animal life, stores water, and helps regulate the climate. Healthy soil is essential for growing crops, maintaining biodiversity, and sustaining human life. If soil becomes degraded, it can take hundreds or even thousands of years to recover. People can protect soil by planting trees and vegetation to prevent erosion, practicing crop rotation and organic farming to keep nutrients balanced, reducing the use of harmful chemicals and composting organic waste, avoiding overgrazing and managing construction so fertile land is preserved.
The Subang Daco River used to be a safe place to get supplies such as food in the agricultural area of the southern Leyte, but now it is poisonous and dangerous. These things changed the river's normal flow and broke apart some of the riverbed. Because of this, people in the area had to look for other sources of water and be very careful when using the river. Farmers who once relied on this natural resource irrigation now face increased costs and greater difficulty in securing clean water for their crops. Fishing, a source of both food and income, has declined as aquatic life struggles to survive in the polluted waters. This problem acts as a reminder that damaging a natural resource can create a chain of problems impacting health, food supply, and the local economy.
Water is life, yet many communities still suffer from shortages. That's why every drop matters. One simple way to save is by collecting rainwater. Just place clean containers outside during rainy days and use the water for washing clothes, cleaning floors, or watering plants. This is not only lowers your bill, but also saves treated water for drinking and cooking. Another easy method is fixing leaks right away, because a single dripping faucet can waste over 60 liters in just 1 week. These steps may seem small, but if every home practiced them, the impact would be huge, ensuring enough clean water for us today and for our future generations.
What are the current waste problems in the Philippines? The Philippines is the world's leading source of ocean plastic, producing around 61,000 metric tons of waste every day, and 12 to 24% of that is plastic. Sadly, only about 9% is recycled, while nearly 20% ends up in the ocean. We see this in a massive use of single-use sachets and plastic bags in the Pasig River now, known as the most plastic-polluting river in the world. The lack of proper landfills and recycling facilities also adds to the problem, leading to around $890 million in lost value from materials that could have been reused. This crisis harms our ecosystems, public health, and even our economy. But waste reduction programs and laws like EPR Act are being introduced to help address it.
We mentioned how the Philippines produces thousands of tons of waste every day, with so much of it ending up in the ocean. One way we can fight this is by simply learning how to segregate. Imagine 3 bins, one for food waste, one for recyclables like bottles and paper, and one for trash that can't be reused. When we do this, less garbage goes to landfills and more can be recycled or composted.
As a student, I've experienced what it feels like when energy is wasted. At home, I've seen our electricity bills rise when we leave lights or appliances on even when no one's using them. During brownouts, I realized how much we depend on electricity, from studying at night to charging our gadgets. It made me think that if we were more mindful in using energy, not only do we save money, but we also help reduce the strain in our environment. Choosing renewable energy and saving electricity benefits everyone. It reduces air pollution, slows down climate change, and protects our health and environment. It also makes our communities less dependent on expensive imported fuels, which means more stable prices in the future. Even simple actions like turning off unused lights, unplugging devices, or supporting clean energy programs add up to big changes. By using energy wisely, we are not just saving money, we are securing a cleaner and safer world for the next generation.
This brings us to the end of the talk.
The Philippines has significant environmental problems, including solid waste, mishandling that causes massive plastic leaks into the oceans, water pollution from sewage and industrial waste, soil degradation from erosion and inappropriate land use, and energy dependence on fossil fuels that contribute to greenhouse gas emissions. Sustainable land management, clean water programs, better waste management, and a move toward renewable energy are all necessary to address this.
We opened with a reminder that our soil, water, and energy, and even the air we breathe are not guaranteed forever. In our generation, we scroll through stories of climate change, floods, droughts, and pollution. Yet, we forget these are not just headlines. They are warnings. We see these disasters not only in the news, but in our own communities. Now let me ask you, how much worse does it have to get before we act? Will we wait until the rivers run dry, the soil turns to dust, and the air becomes too dirty to breathe? If we do not change now, we will be the ones to blame when there's nothing left.